All right, I wanted to do this quick vlog to update my weight loss journey and talk about a friend who has passed away. His name was Derek Grammy. He was a guitarist and one of the members of the band I gig out with from time to time, and he was awesome. So this is a little bit about my weight loss, about the passing of my friend, and why I'm doing this. So I weighed the scale and I got down to 289 from last week, 292. So I lost a total of 3 pounds, which is good. I'm going to continue doing that, aiming for that 1,500 a day calorie a day goal for that. So that's happening. Derek was definitely a fun guy to be around, gigging and things of that nature. He laughed, and but he was having some moving around issues, like he couldn't get around so well. But his wife was there to help him out, get the guitar amp on stage and things of that nature. Like, she was a writer, and she's a musician too. Like, she plays the whole drums and everything. So, but I noticed, like, he said he's just glad to be there because he had, like, hospital situation where you go in the hospital to get real sick, had to get help. So I remember him saying that. And I remember how, when the place to feed us, he would try to have him eat specific type of food for health reasons. And, and I noticed sometimes, he's having kind of giggles a little bit, or we're trying to get through the song, he's laughing and having a good time. But, I could tell, like, there are health issues, but it's the strangest thing because you always believe that they'll pull through, or you always want to think that you don't want to think the worst. They're close to the edge, but you don't want to think that they're going over. He had passed on, and I heard it was because of cardiac arrest, and so it was heart-related problems. He was overweight, which ties back into why I am trying to lose weight, so I can not, I can't cancel the inevitable, but I want to delay the inevitable, and it's kind of frustrating to me because one of my best friends, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, his father passed because of heart issues. My dad passed because of heart issues. Another friend of mine's dad passed because of heart issues. And then this guy has passed because of heart issues. Right? And they're all heavy-set men, and I'm still a heavy-set man now. My dad was heavy set, and I asked the question, well, why are so many black men, and this is not to gate anybody else's experience, but I'm just kind of like, why is that the pattern? Is there like, I don't believe it's a conspiracy, but I do believe it's a lack of knowledge at this point. I think it could be a result of the past way we were here in America, if you're African American, and the diets that we had, and then the modernization of food in America, and how now, in the chapter of a race, you had a chapter of slaves or people, I won't call them slaves, people who had these diets, poor diets. They made the best out of the worst in their situation. And that mentality and that style of food that probably weren't supposed to meant to have in this country translates into today, to where now it's no longer a matter of getting food. Now we have the cubicles. I see it. We have the cubes, and we have the jobs now and the income and the accessibility to all the food we want. But in that changing of the situation, the knowledge didn't change. Like, imagine a glass of water won't harm you, but an ocean will kill you. And it just makes me reflect on all of that and why I'm doing this. This is why I'm roller skating. It was why I was jogging. Like, one of the number one reasons I was jogging was for heart health. And I was not having heart problems, but I am reminded that you got to take care of this thing through managing stress, anxiety, communication, and also your thought process and your mind process. And it just reminds me of how important it is to lose the weight. Because another pattern, and like I said, I'm not saying skinny men don't have issues or skinny people don't have issues, but I do see a higher trend of health complications from those who are overweight. And if you're not having them now, just wait, they will come. I was getting a treatment at the doctor, and we were talking about the symptoms, and I told him, like I told everybody else, I think it's the weight. I don't think it's the age, and the age can play a little role, but I think it's the weight. And in this day and age where you're working corporate, you have to adapt and really manage your time and even work hard for yourself. Maybe in my case, even stay up later to cook the food I need to cook so that I'm only eating that. I've cut off Facebook from my life. And I can't say completely because I still have my artist page. And even on my artist page, I'm reminded of why I deleted it. But overall, there was a slight improvement in my life doing that. I did lose something, but I gained a little bit more than what I lost. So in my opinion, it was a net profit. And I'm contemplating, how do I do this better? Because it's interesting, when you create a new profile on Facebook, and if you're a male and you don't have any friends, the first thing that they show you is pictures of sexy women. You know, it's almost like you're looking at a magazine, and like this is just automatic. They are just suggesting to you pictures of women from pages that are posted, recommended for you, recommended for you, recommended for you. And I'm a little concerned by that because, well, I'm reminded, I'm not concerned, but I'm reminded why. I'm reminded why I'm not on there in the first place, or why I deleted the profile. Because I don't want to keep seeing things that don't affect me in a positive way. But back to this. So it just reminds me about heart health, and while I'm roller skating and while I'm really trying to eat my food the way I'm supposed to, and work on this discipline thing, because it comes from a lack of discipline that I got to this point. A lack of knowledge, or forgetting of knowledge, because I did get knowledge and then I let life get in the way. I let family issues get in the way. I stopped jogging because I had not even an altercation, but a conflict with a family member, because I was so hurt. And I don't like to admit that. I was so hurt by the situation that my discipline came tumbling down, because I cared that much about the situation. But through that hurt, I learned I was able to access new information and do things so much different and so much more. And now we're here. So I feel good about this week. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got things coming up, a lot of gigs coming up, and it's my job to remain disciplined or be hungry. Like, that's another thing. We do not do hungry. I gotta learn to be hungry. I gotta learn to feel that urge to go get that food, that meal, and say no and just be hungry. Like, being hungry is not the same as starving yourself. And I think we get the two confused. And maybe being hungry is not such a huge emergency as it appears. And it takes being out of your comfort zone and not being so comfortable. And it takes being hungry to get the results. So I wanted to do my weight loss journey update vlog. I'll be back doing this again. And I hope and believe that I'll be down a couple more pounds should I remain disciplined. So I'm going to do that. All right, see you later.